Vaisnavi. Do you play the video game named Mobile Legend? I feel that the graphic design are kind of attractive and also interesting. May I know where did these people learn such great design skills?
Yes, well, let's talk about the game industry. Hundreds of million people around the world play video game and downloading new updates every week, adding billions of dollars to an industry that's already richer than both global box office and the music business combined. Do you know that in 2018, the gaming industry made at least $130 billion? But the huge success of video games has come to a cost to people who make them. So you may think on what should I do or be in the future. You may have a few career choices in your mind, but why not be a game designer? Do you think a degree in game design is worth it? Well, earning your degree in game design may prepare you to work on projects related to video game design, game development, 3D animation, and computer programming. So what is game design? Game designers are the creative minds behind every good game. They thrive on new ideas and are always thinking about how users will interact and enjoy the characters, environments, and experience they have created. A great game designer possesses a combination of technical knowledge, artistic skill, and the ability to communicate and understand people. So what does a video game designer do? A video game designer develops visual contents for game. They use graphic design technique and programming knowledge to create characters and interactive stories. One of the main responsibilities of a video game designer is to construct visually appealing content that engages the user. Why will you want to work in game design? Maybe because it's a career that involves the perfect mix of storytelling, cutting-edge technology, and creativity. Maybe you want a career that allows you to travel the world or even work remotely from home. So if you are a creative person and want an exciting job, then game design is the right job for you. It's not like life of being a doctor and work on night shift, weekends, and on holidays. So what are the important skills required to become a game designer? For those of you who are interested in more creative roles such as game design, there are definitely some important skills for you to acquire, such as composition and light, visual aesthetic, and drawing. So what is video game designer job outlook? The video game industry has more than tripled in size over the past decade with no signs of slowing. In fact, employment of video game designer is expected to grow by 26% from 2018 to 2022, blowing away 5% average growth for all occupation. So, as a conclusion, will you consider game design course for your degree?
Hello guys, sorry to keep you waiting.
Excuse me, may I know who are you?
Oh hello there, my name is Falih. Yeah. So what were you guys discussing?
Oh, we are discussing about the game design course, Falih.
Oh, you guys are very fortunate because I have two relatives who are studying in this course. Yes, one of them is in UTM and one of them is in UITM. So let's look at the one who is studying in UITM first, shall we? So the one who is studying in UITM has told me several things about her course. So one of them is this course take 3 years to complete and it is learned in fully English, and students will need to learn this course full time. So the name of this course is Bachelor of Creative Game Design with honor. So in this course, students will learn on work-based learning, or WBL, or they also name it as 22II. So in this course, for the first 2 years, students will learn conventionally. So this means that we have lectures, tutorial, and so on, like how we are used to learn right now, and also in our schooling years, right? So for the final year is when it gets interesting. They will be joining companies from these industries. So when this happen, those who are experienced, those who are experts will be able to monitor them and also coach them. So this is very benefiting because they will get to experience how they will actually use what they have learned, right? So this relative of mine has already pursued his studies up until PhD in art and design. So obviously, he have gone through masters first. So when he want to take masters, he would have to have a degree with honor in any related field from your ATM or any other public institutions or any institutions that is recognized by UiTM Senate. And also those who want to admit will have to submit a research proposal. Same goes for PhD. Students will have to have a master in any related field from any universities that is by the public, that is by the government of Malaysia, right? So also students will have to submit a research proposal like master. Now let's look into the relative of mine who has studied in UTM, right? So he has already told us that the course there will be also practical like UTM, and students will be well equipped with specific skill. Those specific skills are computer, game programming, design, and also they will learn how to develop games, and also they will learn 2D and 3D design. So guys, for both UiTM and UTM, the entry requirements are basically the same. So for us, matriculation students will have to have at least 2 C+ in any of these subjects, right? So either it is biology, physics, chemistry, ICT, maths, economy, accounting, business, and also we will have to have MUAT Band 2 in order to be submitted into this course. So all those are important and also enough for us to be able to learn, and we know that we are capable to learn the subjects in this course according to those of our qualifications before, right? So some of the subjects that we will learn in this course is firstly game development. Game development is basically you learn how to develop your games, how to design it. And also game studies, where you learn the pattern of those games. Thirdly, the subject of experiential design. So experiential derived from the word experience. Experiential design is where you try to make your audience or the gamers be able to experience your world of game through the means of their computer screen, their mouse, their keyboard, their headphones. So you are trying to put your gamers into the world of your game. So that is experiential design. And also, students will learn the subject of 3D modeling. So basically just designing 3D stuffs for your game. So I think that's all for me, and I have that all resources. So do you guys find it resourceful?
Hi Falih and Vaisnavi. How are you guys doing? I just heard your conversation about the game designing course. May I know what can we do upon completing this course?
So common game design careers in this field include video game designer, multimedia artist, animator, software developer, and graphic designer. With experience, you may also be qualified for leadership positions such as art director, design director, or lead designer. Leadership position in video game design may allow you to oversee project development and play a key role in artistic direction of game development. So I'm going to talk about top 3 careers in game design. The first is video game designer. So what does a video game designer actually do? Video game designer construct the story mode and challenges for users playing the game. Designers work with artists and programmers to make sure they are following the design and is consistent with the audio and visual presentation. So they earn about 5 to 6k as their base salary per month. And under video game designer, we have mechanic designer, level designer, and also lead designer. The next is creative game director. The chief is in charge in shaping the artistic vision for the entire game and one of the most senior position on the development team in terms of responsibility for the overall quality of the game as a whole. This creative game director may earn about 15 to 20k per month. And lastly, we're gonna talk about game programmer. So as you know, Programming is one of the most laborious part of video game development and is one of the most frequent job opening. Java is very common for mobile and browser games to enable cross-platform support. Under programming, we have a junior programmer, engine programmer, and graphic programmer, and also physics programmer. So as a whole, when it comes to career in game design, you have a various type of careers to choose from.
I do know a few companies in this game designing industry. One of it is Segwit Tech Company. This popular company is a strategic software developer working with enterprises in developing and integrating software for unlocking business potential through digitalization, strategic planning for exponential growth. This company has clients all over the world, with the highest in Malaysia, which is 51 clients. Besides that, there is even a virtual game design internship program available, and one of the company that is hiring is NetTech Labs. They are looking for people who can conceptualize, design, and implement game content, systems, and story, and people who can design gameplay, mechanics, challenge, balance, and UX for game UI, and people who can prepare game concept documents, game design documents, art bible, and technical design documents, and also think creatively on game designing and problem solving and comfortable with Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. So it looks like these are the important qualifications that we need in order to succeed in this game designing industry. Not only that, we can even get to work with some of the famous companies like Disney Production, DreamWorks Animations, Mattel, Google, or even Nickelodeon. One of my high school senior who studied game designing course in University Technology Mara, his name was Pu Woon Ken, if I'm not mistaken. He told me that the thing he loved about the course is the fact that the content is pretty intensive and the lecturers are constantly on our backs to not just complete their work but to push it further. As he entered his first job, it was quite overwhelming as there were tons of things to pick up on. But because the course that he studied really focused on preparing him to be ready to adapt to changes in game technology that affects him as an artist. It was a learning marathon with many late nights spent building up his skills, but he still recommends it to anyone wanting to jump into game development.
Oh, I see. Vijay, what would you study in the future? Are you interested in any courses?
I think I'm going to pursue my studies in mass communication. Mass communication or communications can be defined as the process of creating, sending, receiving, and analyzing messages to large audiences via verbal and written media. These mediums are wide ranging and include print, digital media, and the internet, social media, radio, and television. Mass communication is multidisciplinary in nature, incorporating elements of related fields such as strategic communication, health communication, political communication, integrated marketing communications, journalism, and many more. Mass communication degrees are generally around 3 years long. If you decide to do a diploma instead, it is usually 2 to 2.5 years long. Upon successful completion of your diploma, you can choose to either start working or enter directly into year 2 of a degree in mass communication. Some key skills a good mass communication graduate should have is the ability to communicate effectively across all platforms, someone who can think globally with a general knowledge of social issues, someone who can work collaboratively and independently, adaptable and can navigate a variety of situations and circumstances. They must have the ability to multitask and work on a number of components at the same time, confident and versatile to take on spontaneous tasks. Ever heard of strategic communication? It is one of the courses that is in demand under mass communication. Strategic communication sits at the intersection of management strategy and communication, focused on the idea of purposeful messaging, whether between an organization and its employee or a non-profit agency advocating for social issues. The famous degrees under strategic communication will be Bachelor of Arts in Public Relations and Strategic Communication, Bachelor of Arts in Political and Strategic Communication, Bachelor of Arts in Strategic Marketing Communication, Bachelor of Science in Strategic Corporate Communication, and Bachelor of Science in Strategic Organizational Communication. Now, besides that, there is even health communication, which is also popular among mass communication. Health communication is the study and practice of communicating promotional health information, such as in public health campaigns, health education, and between doctor and patient. The purpose of disseminating health information is to influence personal health choices by improving health literacy. Masters of Arts or Masters of Science in Health Communication, Masters of Arts in Health Communication and Promotion, Masters of Arts in Communication with a concentration in Health Communication, and Masters of Arts in Applied Communication with a Health Communication track will be the popular masters under this health communication. I hope this will help you to know more about the mass communication. Hey Yi Fei, you are here on time. As I am interested to do a mass communication degree, do you know what job will I get after graduating?
You have asked the right person, Vijay. I do know some careers which you can be after studying mass communication. You can be digital media specialist, communication director, public relation manager, or an advertising and promotion manager, and more. These careers have an average salary at around 5,000 ringgit per month. After including the bonus commission and the profit sharing, you can have earned a minimum 100,000 ringgit per year. If you have a better performance and have the spirit of diligence when you are working, I think your boss is willing to pay you a higher salary. So, it sounds good, right? And now, I know you may ask, what are these careers actually doing? Digital media specialists are responsible for creating and managing digital-related projects for their organization. In other words, they are in charge of organizing digital resources for media campaigns and presenting their progress and initiatives to executives in other departments. Next, a communication directors oversee the information and communication that comes from their companies and how the company's messages are delivered to the public. They can work at private corporations, government agencies, non-profit organizations, and more. Then, a public relations manager will be primarily responsible for maintaining and improving the public eye's view of the organization. They will formulate and execute a variety of campaigns and programs to boost awareness about their employer. The public relations manager will train internal staff, work with other departments to ensure the content is accurate, and measure the success of various campaigns to determine their efficiency. Last, an advertising and promotion manager is responsible for directing and planning advertising programs and policies, producing collateral materials such as advertisements, posters, and contests, and increasing or creating interest toward a purchase of his or her company's product or service. With this, you may be curious, what is the difference between public relations and advertising? There's an old saying, advertising is what you pay for. Publicity is what you pray for. Advertising is paid media. Public relations is earned media. Public relations means you convince reporters or editors to write a positive story about you or your client, your candidate, brand, or issue. It appears in the editorial section of the magazine, newspaper, TV station, or website, rather than the paid media section where advertising messages appear. With this, your story has more credibility because it was independently verified by a trusted third party, rather than purchased. Mass communication is a 3-year degree course, which means it has 6 semesters. There are several public universities in Malaysia which providing this course. They are University Utara Malaysia, University Kebangsaan Malaysia, and University of Malaya. And of course, I will recommend you to apply for University of Malaya, as it is the top university in Malaysia. It will be the bonus mark for you later when you interview for a job. The entry requirement of University of Malaya and University Kebangsaan Malaysia for matriculation student is CGPA at least 3.0 with credit in SPM level English and obtain at least Band 2 in WET exam. However, for University Utara Malaysia, your CGPA need to have at least 2.0 with Band 1 in WET test. A thing that I need to point out is, you need to sit for an interview if you apply for University Kebangsaan Malaysia. The total fees for University of Malaya is 6,510 ringgit. University Kebangsaan Malaysia is 6,540 ringgit. And 9,875 ringgit for University Utara Malaysia. But I'm not sure about how the internship works in mass communication. Peng, do you know the information about this?
Yes, Yi Fei. I have saw a brochure before that there are two students who study in mass comm have shared about their thoughts and experience about the internship. So let me explain to you about the internship and also the discounted fee. So first, there is an internship named My Asian Internship. It is a talent mobility program that provides youth from Asian countries with internship placement, which is minimum 8 weeks in top companies in the region. This allows them to develop their competitiveness by harnessing the essential career skill sets while connecting to fellow Asian talent. But this internship requires some criteria, especially Asian youth currently studying or graduated within the last 6 months with a minimum cumulative GPA of 3.0. And also, youth must also excellent command of English and have a great communication skills among the people. As we all know that mass communication course require a great communication skills, so the internship also strongly look into the skill sets that obtained by the youth. So Yi Fei, are you actually interested in this internship? If you are, I will tell you about the application process. So there are 5 steps on how to apply for this internship. So step 1, apply by submitting your application on the website named www.talentcorp.com.my or My Asian Internship. Step 2, Talent Corp will connect applicants to the employers. Step 3, employers will begin for the selection process. Only shortlisted applicants will be contacted for an interview, maybe a phone call and also a video conference. Step 4, employers will update the successful applicants directly and provide an offer letter to the applicants. The last step, step 5, successful applicants are required to update Talent Corp at the website named My Asian Internship Alliance talentcorp.com.my. There are total 5 steps for this process. So don't worry, Yi Fei, you just follow these 5 steps and you will be one of the successful applicants for this internship. So Yi Fei, let's move on to the attractive parts, which is the benefits that you may gain in this internship. So firstly, you may participate in Asian team activities and also the competitions at the start and completion of the program. This is an honor to join the activity with international level certified by the My Asian Internship. Apparently, you may also develop the skill sets that are required by leading employers through a minimum of 8-week internship. Last but not least, you can also familiarize yourself with the working culture of top employers in the region before embarking on your career in your future. You can know how the company works and gain the experience compared to the others. So these are all the benefits that you may gain through this internship. And now I will introduce the second internship program to you, Yi Fei, which is Asia Internship Program. So there are 6 steps to apply for this internship program. First, you have to apply. You just fill the form and schedule an interview to discuss your dream internship to the person. Secondly, interview. During your interview, one of our AIP representatives will ask you some questions about your background, past work experience, and also some internship preference and goals. Next up, you have to pay the deposit. If you are officially accepted into AIP, you will be asked to confirm your spot in our program with a deposit fee. Next one, placement. Our experienced placement team will match you with your ideal host company and arrange an online interview for you with them. Last second process is the final payment. Once your internship has been accepted by yourself and the host company, you will be noticed for the final payment, which will officially confirm your placement. And last step of the Asia Internship Program is you have to prepare. After your payment confirmation, for remote internships, they will put you in contact with your host company so that you can start to work right away on the internship. For all the other AIP programs, they will assist you in the visa application process, as well as arranging airport pickup and accommodation if applicable. So there are several benefits in this Asia Internship Program. So firstly, the internship is guaranteed. The company will guarantee to find you your ideal internship placement and ensure that you will acquire relevant and also the practical working experience. Secondly, you will improve in your personal growth. Why I say so is because through the various features of our program, you will have the opportunity to advance your professional development as well as your personal growth. Last but not least, there is professional networking. The participants of the program will have the opportunity to expand their professional network by having access to exclusive networking events. Oh yeah, one last thing is their specialty is about the discounted fee. So there are 2 discounted fees included in this program, 10% discount and 5% discount. Let's talk about the 10% discount, the buddy program. So for those looking to share the gift or experience with a friend, include their name and email address during this application process, you will receive a 10% discount off your fee, and your friend will receive as well as the 5% of their application process. So that's all the information from me that you would like to know, Yi Fei.